a week later, right? So we go to school, and then we were like in this shop, right? Across Crazy Foods. So there's like a supermarket, whatever. No, the next one. The next one. Then we saw him outside. We're like, flirting with some girl, getting her number. And we looked at each other like, didn't this guy just get married 2 weeks ago? Like, what are you doing? So from the beginning. So I wasn't shocked when all this happened. I like literally wasn't shocked, but I didn't know what it could be like that. So
if he didn't want to marry her, why did they get married?
Exactly. Okay, I heard good I heard good from what I heard. He dates as Kaz and Rama. From what I heard, I don't know about that girl. But then like I heard he dates as Kaz and Rama, or even like my baby mama now and whatnot. Then there's Kaz from what I know. Guys, you didn't hear from me.
6.
Yeah.
7 actually.
Baby
6.
7.
And a small
7.
one coming.
7. And then also Udi, that's my Udi. I'm now without him. You get? So this guy has strategy, he has a good plan,
That's not fair.
Is that a good plan at all?
But for him,
he's building
good for him. Bingo. From what I know.
And at the end of the day, you have all these women who are sponsoring you and Ukapireka 1,000. Are you telling me your strategy is sound?
No, it's not.
It's not. It really is.
I hope you're not recording this, please. Please, what's that? Claire,
That's why I was recording. What do you
But then I was just saying this so that we have like an idea.
Maybe we should put
of like
to the explanation. For people who cannot see you but on the camera.
Don't put a name.
Because I was just saying this so that we have an idea of like what really happened even before the marriage. Could is the figure per minute, Papa? Because like Muntu Woody, amafuna uwadira sangabangis means also natural, ordinarily.
With these signs in the relationships, Kuti, this man doesn't want me.
Bro, I don't think it even has to go in the marriage. Even at first, Morangu.
Yeah.
There are always signs that I'm not wanted in this room. And if you're not wanted, please
leave.
Walk away.
Leave.
Run away.
This problem is because we don't listen to uncle. We don't.
We don't. I think we should start listening.
I'm waiting for the moment you tap the mic.
I
think that's what makes people listen to what you say on the videos.
Dead people like you. Dead people want you.
Like there are always signs I say. Like someone who wants you, right? You can tell.
Yeah.
Season 2 society. Like okay, first of all, if you're second guessing, this person maybe, that's your sign. If you're second guessing to begin with, that's your sign. You're not wanted there to begin with. You don't need even you don't even need to like get evidence or like anyway, someone who is sure of you, they're going to make sure they're sure of you. You don't need like a lot of things like theatrics or whatever. You will know. If someone likes you and they're genuine about it, you will know. You don't need a man child so you're babying him. You don't need that.
But do you think that she didn't know that he didn't like her?
She definitely knew. Komano, upange take into consideration a lot of girls in our Malawian society, they are taught like they have to get married, but it's just like a requirement, and it's like every need they have is put behind. Let me get married.
And this is like and
this is like an eligible bachelor, and they're like, let's do it.
And still in 2026, some people still have the mentality as a Sinta, maybe a baby would change him.
I'll pray for him.
Yeah. Don't do that. I think God will actually be listening to us. It's like, what are you saying? I tripped this one.
Let him go as if it was.
And do much Sinta? Oh yeah, people change.
People do change.
Statistically, right? Before people get married, right? People do change when they enter marriage. The only thing is that they get worse. Because if you were inconsiderate before, you're going to be more inconsiderate. It's like that thing we were saying earlier. In the beginning of the relationship, you put on a performance. So same people, before people are married, so you're convincing someone good at what did it. You put on a performance. Now it's so good. I'm a suitable partner and all of that stuff. Once it's locked, once it's permanent, and it's
you're no longer acting.
Now, you don't have to act anymore.
Imagine, I'm going to Ndazisuka naye ukazuka uone yemwe ukapanga kugonda uone yemwe
breathing the same air.
It's not fair.
Come on, like I say, if you have to second guess, that's I say, but it's into Zola and Mango. Okay, like instincts are like they're usually there. So what I'm saying, could have instinct to romantically do it and follow it. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, could sometimes these questions that you have in your head, if you're having these doubts, these little doubts, it might be the situation. It most likely is. It most likely is. So don't really, but it's into Zina, just let it go. Live, value yourself, move. Because there was this other situation of a friend, she was telling me she thinks her boyfriend is gay, and I'm like, why would you think your boyfriend is gay? Like, what activities is he doing that is taking you to that route? Also, leave, my nigga. Just leave. You don't even need to don't even compensate for anything. Leave.
Did she say the reasons why she thought
she didn't?
So I think most relationships they fail because they don't ask the difficult questions.
Yeah.
And don't be them all asking the difficult questions.
It's gonna be a turn off.
You should ask them proudly, Sundi. Those questions, they can either make you guys or break you guys. If they break you, it was never meant to be.
Okay, I'm interested to know the difficult questions. Wait. Because what we're doing, we're trying to teach people something here. And then what they do, I see relationship again, but anyways,
okay, for example,
wow.
This the thing, Claire said the guy didn't want to marry her, right? Meaning to say the girl probably would have officially knew Gambia guy this guy doesn't want me. But she failed to ask those questions because she was like, Mina zinduna ngandino vuda. Kabina Mina
I'm too fussy.
Ask them, are you sure about this? Anagamuza zoti guy, Mina nagamuza zoti I sinukufuna. Kabina Mina nagani namiza. That is a different situation. Gudana gamfusa nagakazote akuziwa. Right? And she still went on with it. Now in this case, because
it's possible it doesn't want to
what like people can lie. Somebody can ask you all of those serious questions and you can just lie. Who's your boy?
Because I think one thing
because what do you mean?
I think one thing most human beings don't understand is that everything we want exists. We're never really just like either patient enough or we're always willing to compromise. Everything we want exists. A certain type of a partner that you want exists. Everybody else is dating and then you're not patient enough to wait for that one person.
Aside from that,
but everything we want exists. It's just unfortunate. They don't come at a time that we really wanted. Maybe Amazabwera later on when you're traumatized little chicken, and then now you don't want to do this anymore. But then it's the perfect person, right? Of course nobody's perfect, but you know what I mean. So yeah, everything we want exists. It just takes time and patience. Because there's certain things in a relationship you're not supposed to compromise. Like Becky said, there are certain things that are going to make or break the relationship in the long run. It might not be immediately, but then it eventually happens anyway. And it leaves you like in a state of shock. In this person, after everything, this is how we end up.
After everything. That is just an example.
Yeah, so all this is to say, everything we want exists. I think sometimes some bangi compromise. It's okay to be picky. It's okay to be very picky, in fact. It is very okay. So, as a person, you need to be able to live up to the standards that you set.
Yeah.
Because, okay, I want a man that takes me out on a date. Am I able to afford to take myself out on a date? Let's say he's forgotten his wallet at home. Would I be able to pay for that date? You get? So I think, in relation to what we talked about, which I think I should have mentioned something about that. I think you should be able to live up to the standards that you set. Right? Of course, like I bring this and you bring that, right? But then overall in a especially kupart ngati mene you should be able to live up to the standards that you set.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of people, and I'm really, a lot of people don't know themselves. And I mean that in this context, a lot of people in relationships right now, they're falling into the standard of how they see relationships on TikTok, on Instagram.
Yes.
It's like, okay, see what you value, guy. What are your values? What do you like? Okay, I'm gonna ask you a personal question. Do you like flowers, Claire?
I like flowers, yes. I like
You
flowers.
like flowers. If I'm going out with you and I buy you flowers, that's relevant. Claire likes flowers. But if you don't like flowers, let's say you like books, and I bring you a book, that's romantic.
Yeah.
Just because I saw someone on Instagram, I was a flower bouquet, that it doesn't mean I have to buy a flower bouquet just because I have to buy you things based on your interests. And you find with most of these relationships as well, it's not just the girls falling into the whole I want a man who's gonna give me flowers. Even the guys are not putting into the effort to learn of their partner. Okay. It's not even, they're not even like putting into the effort of like learning their partner. Right? Could my partner wants A, B, C, D. And as they just see I saw some girl nice on Instagram, she liked easy. Where's the effort? Where's the customization? Customize based on your partner. My partner likes A, B, C, D. Let me do that. That's what they want. Also, just do it because we're right now. I get like know as many of mafuna, know yourself. Go to mafuna A, B, C, D, and those are the values you're gonna set. And that's something you have to teach your partner. Gudi in the end, my wonder is in this. Gudi yeah, on azori chimeni ngwanto pangira ndi ishi. Also, just because you see, like I said, every relationship is different. Just because I see our relationship work because they do this activity, it doesn't mean if you do the same thing, it's gonna work out for us.
Yeah.
Completely different. It will not work.
I think the trouble comes in because this age, we have social media and everything, right? And it's very new, our parents didn't have this, their parents didn't have it. And before, you couldn't, all you saw about somebody's relationship was literally when you met the two of them together, right? Now you see the couples, they're posting together, he's done this for me, she's done this for me. So now all of a sudden you're sitting in this place where you want to compare. Right?
Yes.
But before, I don't think people. Of course, everybody has always compared, right? But it wasn't as bad. Before.
It wasn't as bad as this.
Because it wasn't in your face all the time. You couldn't always see it. But now, couples, they have TikTok channels together, and it's content, right? Anybody who knows content knows that it's a performance. You've set a camera up there so that you can film this. You've practiced it. You've even written down lines. But then most people don't know that because a relationship, honestly, a good relationship isn't fun every single day. There are good days, there are bad days. The thing is consistency and enjoying spending the time that you have with your partner.
And I remember there was a certain guy I was talking to, and he was like, I want to get you flowers. I want to get you chocolate. I was like, I hate those things. And I honestly hate chocolate. I really hate chocolate. And he was like,
too.
Why do you hate chocolate? You're the first girl I've ever heard, Kuti. She hates chocolate. I thought buying you chocolate was going to make you... I was like, no. Unless maybe, Kaya, it's one of my days and I'm craving chocolate, which is weird for me. I don't do that. I hate chocolate. And there's this thing of... if he wants, he's going to do it. Abali. Communicate.
Communicate.
Doesn't
read your mind.
There's this thing of teaching each other. Being in a relationship is learning each other. And people have they have disregarded the thing of teaching your partner how to love you. There's a certain way that you want to be loved, and there's a certain way your partner wants to be loved. So Zijazumadi, if he wants, he will do it. If he doesn't know, he's not going to do it.
Becky.
What do you mean?
From that example, I would like you to take you back to the points we made earlier about masculinity and how you're saying, Kuji, you have to teach your partner how to love you. Don't you think it also applies to the same thing, Kuji? You have to teach your man how you want him to treat you or regard you. Don't you think in the same context as not to say, no, a man is supposed to do, no, a man is supposed, you can teach him to set that value. Kuji, ABCD. Umuzi zimenyogura ukufuna and see good year can he compromise and do that for you or not.
Let me give you guys a story time. If we're in a talking stage with this other guy, right? Same guy.
Now this just became more interesting.
Okay. So like I set my boundaries. Yeah, I set my boundaries. Like I told him, this is like a no-go zone. You can't cross this line. Yeah, I set my boundaries. I told him my expectations. Mwamba, I heard and Daddy, have you understood, son and Yank? And I think I should have taken note of that because like it was like over text. Yeah, and I was like, and he's like, I've heard you, and I was like. Okay, Koma, have you understood? Because utagumva osamvesesa, right?
Yeah.
Have you understood? And then he's like, son and Yank message me. We proceeded to talk about other things, yeah. And then later on, I think I should have taken note of that first, right? And then later on, he compromises like one of my boundaries. Like he crossed it with all the audacious audacity in the world, yeah. He crosses it, and then I'm like, and then I break up with him immediately. I'm like, you know what? No, I made this clear. He's like, hey, can't people learn each other? And then, but then I did try to speak about it. I told him, good, you know what? I told you this. He's like, hey, you're overreacting. I didn't mean it like that. And then the fact that he told me, Kuti, I was overreacting, that made me really mad. That made me really mad because in Neo, I cannot express my concerns. I'm like second guessing before I speak to you. Like I start typing and then fufuta and then like type again just because I don't know what to say because I am afraid of what you're going to think, right? I'm not going to put myself in such a position. So when I left and then he's like, hey, people learn each other. I'm like, to learn, you need to be willing to learn. So yeah, people can like learn each other. So that's where the concept of if he wanted to, he would. If he wanted to learn you, he would. And if he wanted to keep you around, he wouldn't have compromised something that was really important to you. There are other things that you can like, you can say, you can forgive, right? You can be like, babe, I don't like that. But then there are certain things you'd be like, oh my way. Why? It's now it becomes like sort of like a character issue because like now because it becomes like a character issue because now there's a part of I'm not mad at you. I'm part of the I'm mad at the part of you, right? That made you do that thing in the first place. Because I think if you yes, but then like.
But then what? There's no bad there. It's him.
Character.
What?
Anyway, but then like, yeah, you know, to be willing to learn each other in a relationship, you need to be willing to learn. Because I was going to learn. I thought we were building something. I was like, we cannot build something.
Yeah. Yeah, in relationships, there is non-negotiable. It's just non-negotiable. Like, okay, we're dating. I tell you something in confidence. I tell you a secret of maybe a family thing about my life, and then we break up. I don't think if there's only authority you have,
yeah.
Even if you break up, that's a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
We don't need to like discuss and like build more on it. Let's understand. No, but it's just understand. This is a boundary you never cross. And if someone makes it clear to you, I don't like A, B, C, D. That's something you just have to stay away from.
And another thing, I think people need to learn to love their partners in their partner's love language, because this is something that I learned just recently. Because I used to think good love language is about iwe, like let's say good like I like quality time. Maybe my person, he prefers long distance, yeah. But then I just recently learned good you need to love your partner in their love language. You get, like, for example, like I telling you sometimes, like I like reading books, yeah. Flowers are cute, chocolate is nice, right? But then I love reading books. So if you were to get me like a series or whatever, like you get me books, yeah, to me that would be like, oh wow, I'll cook you dinner for the rest of your life. Because that would be like something really cute to me, right? Yeah. In as much as, you know, flowers are cute, yeah, every guy is getting girls flowers, right? But then, you know, that special thing, that one thing that sets me apart from other girls, right? And you have considered that would make me see you like really love me and whatnot. So yeah, you're supposed to love your partner in their love language.
I want you to say, okay, like I want you to ask about love. Like, what is love? How do you define love?
Hey!
Because okay, for me, I feel like love is a decision. It's not really.
It is.
It's not really. There is hormones, emotions attached, but then it's more about love is a decision, a choice you make every day. Because let's say in a relationship, like a 5-year relationship, what's stopping you from telling them, Kudi, I'm done. I'm going home. I don't want this relationship anymore. What's stopping you?
I love them.
What's stopping you?
I love them.
Literally nothing. There's nothing stopping you from leaving that. But every day you wake up, you choose to stay with this person. You choose to consider this person. You choose to love this person every single day. Because if you have the choice to leave, it also gives the implication, Kudi, you have the choice to stay, and you're making the choice to stay. Subconsciously, you're making the choice to stay, Kudi. I still want to be with this person. to me, I feel like love is not really more of emotions. It's more of decisions that you make. Even if it's subconscious, there are decisions that you're making. Because you can leave at any time. No one is forcing you to be here. Koma, you're still here. Because you want to be
I
here.
saw this other
Feelings
podcast,
fade.
yeah?
This
This other person was like, anyone, love is a mental illness. So anybody in love is mentally ill. Because this person,
I've been sick forever.
this person hates love.
And it's like, okay. Like,
He's like,
it's
I cannot take you for death.
You said, Kudi, like, in relationships, good relationships, not all the time they're gonna be happy or have good moments. Yes, there's gonna be bad moments. There's gonna be days you hate each other, guys. There's gonna be days you're not honest with each other.
Bored of the person.
They're not every day. Like, but you still choose to stay. You still choose to say, Woody, I don't want to leave, because deep down, you still want this person.
And
you're making that choice to stay every single day.
And I can't lie, there are some exes of mine where I go like, I don't know what I was doing. But then, like, when I recall the feeling that I had, I'm always like, I don't regret any decision that I made with this man. Come on, Sabaweli, do you
Someone
in
said
love?
love is blind, deaf, and sometimes even autistic. I felt that.
Love is so blind.
I felt that.
You know, historically, right, when people were getting married, right, love wasn't something that you would consider, right? Because marriage, for most of human history, some boy would come, he would speak to your father, you wouldn't even be in the room, and then he would tell you that, come meet this young man. I say, he's come to ask for your hand in marriage. You speak to him for 5 minutes, they talk about his family background, and then in that room, they decide whether or not you guys are getting married, right? And when you read the literature about it, people, when they did fall in love, right, they fell in love after they had already gotten married, right? But the marriage in and of itself, right, was made for either some sort of political reason, some sort of like just survival reason, security, things like that, right? People considered love after, right?
Even financial. It was even financial. Business.
Especially financial, especially in the days that like women's rights were different, because you needed a man to do a lot of things.
There were no rights.
You couldn't own property
There was zero
without a man.
rights.
You
can't open an account without a man.
So you needed a man to survive, right? So
Yeah.
love really wasn't the first thing on your mind. But then somewhere in like the 1990s, the 2000s, things changed. And now the first thing that's on people's mind is love, right? How do I feel about this person, right? But when it comes to choosing a long-term relationship, right, that's never been something that people have considered. In India, right, they have this thing where they do matchmaking, right? You go to a professional matchmaker.
Yeah, and
They just find someone whose interests are similar to yours, because you can be compatible.
And it's serious. They interview you. They'll have your little picture in a book with a document and all that stuff. I sanambe.
Atiambe.
Ayambe?
We are this well.
Would you guys get into an arranged marriage?
Yes.
Yeah, I would.
As long as he's rich.
Okay, I think the problem with it, how
As long as it's
arranged, as long as it's rich.
That's what you want.
No, I
why
mean,
not?
we need money to sustain ourselves. So,
Why not?
as long as he has money to sustain our life.
I think it has
yes.
changed about the relationships.
I
Because you care more about loving this person. Because, hey, imagine eternity to see 3 days. Eternity in
2 months.
but another day you die. You're telling me every day you want to toilet this person, and it should be someone already you don't even like looking at because your mom decided it's from a good background, and you're just like, you know what, that this is someone you don't like at all, someone you find intolerable, and this is someone you have to spend the rest of your days with. This is someone you have to sleep with,
like
give
at all.
children to.
Hey,
It's
give
like,
children
hey,
to.
imagine.
Oh my God.
Like that's someone you have to. No, I think that's why.
I think that is like one of my worst fears, dating a loser. Because now imagine the fact that fine, you just say I can do by myself, I can get my own money, but I should have kids with a loser. Someone who will not stay around for the kids.
Who is a loser?
One, an emotionally unavailable person, because not only maybe towards me, Mina, you can be towards me, but then now let's say we're married and now we have kids, right? Now what about the kids? Now, if I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we have like a really depressed generation with like daddy issues, mommy issues, and whatnot. Yeah. So now these things like maybe the dad was good with the mom, yeah, but then now and then he's still in love with the mom, yes. He's maybe not happy with that child. specifically, or maybe he didn't want to have kids in the first place, or maybe he just wasn't ready to be a dad. So that person would be a loser because a child is innocent. One, you and me have brought this child into this world, right? And naturally, we're supposed to care for this child. Not only like because my parents say I'm on maybe it's just maybe could be financial, but it's also an emotional thing. Because I have a friend, school, there's nothing that she lacks other than the love of her dad. Other than the love of her dad. She sits down, she's a goodie. The situation, when her dad walks in, she's like, this guy, like, and then what do you like? Hey, what would you be depressed about, But then there's that thing, now the dad is not able to love their kids, or maybe I'm a but maybe it doesn't express it in a way that the child would like recognize it. Could my dad loves me? So I think that would, to me, that would qualify as a loser because what do you mean? Kids are innocent, harmless little creatures.
You decided for them.
That's the best way to put it. You decided for them.
Yeah.
Now live with your decision and live by it. I understand.
You raised your hand when I said.
Oh, I cut off my dad. He's a loser.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wait, you don't curse? Sorry. Sorry.
Would
But
you
yeah,
like
he's
to like
the loser.
speak a little more? I heard that on one of your episodes. Would you like to like?
I've talked about it a lot. At this point, I'm just like, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, would you give him a second chance though? If he came
People
to his right
change.
senses and he apologized and whatnot.
If he apologizes, I'm cool with that. But I don't think I would warrant a second chance or anything. It's like we're cool. We're not gonna be like hostile or anything. But I'm just beyond that now. It's just like I've outgone that.
And I think one thing that people don't realize is sometimes it's not all the time that forgiveness comes with reconciliation.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can forgive, and like move on with your life. Like, but stay away from me. I'll love you from like a distance,
Do you even have to love each other?
Well,
You can forgive
Yeah,
them.
you can love them as a
really.
person.
as a person,
As a
yeah,
person,
Okay, like,
not in
I'm
the
gonna
same way.
I treat everyone with basic human decency.
Yeah.
I'm not going to disrespect you in any way.
Yeah.
If you disrespect me, I'm coming for you too. Trust. But like,
We don't
if you have
forgive
done
here.
nothing for me, if you have done nothing to me, I will do nothing of the sort to you either. I'll treat you with basic respect, right? So it's like, if there's a context where he gets to his right mind and even apologizes, I'm gonna be cool with that. But I don't think I even want a relationship with him at this point anymore. It's like, I'm good. I appreciate everything he's done before. I'm thankful of that. But I'm also not going to just like neglect everything else that has happened in between. I'm just not going to neglect that and say, well,
Yes.
giving this person a second chance and Jinja, and it's like, we're cool. I don't even need that forgiveness from him. Could he Abange apologize? I don't need that. Like, I'm okay without it.
And I think it's like something that your parent would do is like the biggest heartbreak ever. This excluding what a man or a girl would ever do to you, but somebody that naturally is supposed to love you and care for you like in every way possible, and then they should do the worst. It's the worst heartbreak on this planet, and there's no way to describe that type of
A
pain.
parent is your primary caretaker, and it's like, this is the person who you've seen on day one. Every single day since, this is the person you've seen taking care of you and everything. Your first provider, either your mom, either your dad, those are your first providers, your first protectors, and all. And it's like heartbreak from these people. It's betrayal, because these are the
always
people who are supposed to be on your corner, whether you like it or not. Even if you do the worst thing, they have to be on your corner. And it's like being betrayed by these people hurts even more.
My sister, the mwana uchauri ukamuuza bo, and if she doesn't want to answer, I'll not tell her guri iwetayanka bo, especially to strangers. Iwetayanka bo. At first I used to be like iwe kumoyo mwana ndoji samanyazi, but then I was like no. Wait,
Manyezo akuchoka kuti guys. Manyezo achoka kuti karayo chititsa manyazi.
no.
Ngalibe.
So yeah, I was like, well, I shouldn't train my sister to be the nice girl, to be like, because like eventually we grow up to be like people pleasers and whatnot. We can't make decisions for ourselves, and or
Clear.
we'll make decisions just to make others happy.
Clear. The best example I can give you, which society ruins us. Guys, every child, have you seen children the way they're so happy and carefree and everything?
Yeah.
As you grow older, you see things and you're like, Being a kid, you don't know the complexities of the world. You don't know Jani. You don't know how society is gonna shape you and how it's gonna make you be good, act a certain type of way. I'm still with an mother. They would like to play like physical activities in Jani. Once they're growing older, the women are gonna be like, "You're a girl."
I can give you a good example. I remember. Well, maybe this might be a little cringe, but then I mean, it's basic human biology. When I was like 12, I started my period. And then when I went home, I had a stepmom at the time. I went home and then I'm telling my stepmom, I started my period. And then she's like giving me advice. And then one of the things that she said, so this was something that she's always done. Like my dad would come back from work, right? And then I would be like the whole day to school and then maybe the time that he would be arriving home, it would be maybe minutes before bedtime. And then I would want to have like the opportunity to be like, to tell my dad about my day. So I yap a lot. I've always been that way. So immediately when my dad walks into the door, oh, Dad, I'll start explaining my whole day in 2 minutes. I'll brief my dad, you get? So he should be like, that's it, Mama, leave him to rest, leave him to eat, And then that also happened when like now I was older, now I started my period. And then I'm telling her, she's like, hey, you should stay away from your dad. Samango color around where your dad is. To the point that when I started isolating myself, now I'm like, oh, now I'm a big girl, I can't always be around my dad. Like I've always had like manners like every other girl, yeah? But then now it's like, now it became to the point of like now isolation. Now I can't chat with my dad the way I used to. The only time I would do that when I come back and school, because I was in boarding school. I come back and school, that's when I would be like, have like a proper conversation with my dad. And then there'll be things like that you'll be telling me, then how you say, I won't see you for like the next 3 months. You get? So yeah, I do agree with you on that.
Yeah. Relationships are numbed down by guys.
What was the logic? Why didn't she want you to be around your dad during that period?
Okay. One, let's take into consideration that she's my stepmom.
Okay, yeah.
Stepmom. Mm-hmm. Two, she's always behaved in that way. But then now that I'm older and now I'm a girl, and then now it was like my period was something that she could like now use against me, I'll be thinking about it in a certain way. You get? Not that there's anything wrong with my dad. My dad is the most perfect human being. I love my dad so much. Yeah. And then he's not like a harmful person or but then it's like now you can't associate with men the way you used to. And she didn't only talk about my dad, she talked about boys in general. But this is like basic advice, yeah? But then like she talked about boys in general. But then in like a way you wouldn't just couldn't like you're going to harm me, Gajani. Right? To the point that for the longest time, I didn't have guy friends. The number with guy friends is like maybe like a year or two ago. Otherwise, I was in a girls' boarding school in primary school, girls' boarding school in secondary school. I only went to like a boys and girls school like for a short while, for like a term or two. And then I went back to a girls' school. I didn't know how to like interact with boys properly, right? It's like I would like, okay, either I would view them as my boyfriend or like I didn't know what a guy friend is. Could it like pure guy girl friendships, what they look like? Because now it came from that. You get? It came from that. It's like, hey, boys, stay away from boys. Hey, stay away from boys. But then now I chat with guys, no feelings attached, what, So yeah.
It's like there's this mentality around people. They tell their daughters to like numb it down with their dad. It's like, first of all, your dad is not a boy. Your dad is your dad.
Your dad is your dad.
Your dad is not a boy to put in consideration. Why boys do this? That's your dad. That is not a boy to you. That is your dad. Like there is no sexual connotation that is gonna come around that. Of course, I'm not gonna neglect. There are some guys who still wanna get sex with their own daughters. That is exempt on its own still. Your dad being someone who loves you, there's nothing you have to fear from your dad. Even if sexual advice you have to get from your dad can give you. That's your dad. That is not a boy. Yeah. Boys do this. Of course, yes, you have to be told boys. Stay away from boys in this situation. Your dad shouldn't be on that list. Your dad does not deserve to be on that list at all. That is your dad.
And coming from a person who to me, now that now in time right? But then now that I'm older, I was like, this woman just wanted to separate me from my dad. Truthfully. Because my dad will always love me. I'm always going to be his baby forever. Forever. Yeah.
There was this other case of some lady. she was a stepmom. The husband she had one daughter, and when she came into the marriage, they had another daughter, and it ended up good. The girl, right? Her dad, her own biological dad, by the way, was touching her. Yeah, he was. And when the girl went to her mom, stepmom, of course, she went to the mom and told her, dad has been doing ABCD. The mom, you want to end my marriage.
Ish, how I hate women like that. Like, I want to high five you in the face with a chair. Literally.
Yeah, there were those situations where the mom was like, you want to end my marriage, Asian Chan. You're spreading lies in Chan. It's like, the girl never told anyone. She never said anything to anyone. She went to the mom first. And the mom still didn't take anything into consideration, up to the point where the girl ran from the family and went to her aunt. Her aunt, who is single, of course. And yeah, the aunt helped her out. They got the dad arrested and everything because it was proven he was really touching her and stuff. The mom, her mindset, it was like, this girl is jealous of me. She wants to end my marriage.
And my marriage is more important than
my marriage is more important than a child.
Well, guys, if you look at it, most parents, they're still kids at heart. Still kids, still harboring to my insecurities that come from maybe from their childhood, something about their childhood that isn't healed, that is now like resurfacing in their big age.
As much as I would like to understand and also give you grace, good enough, so you're a person going through different situations, there's nothing different from you and me. I say we're both people. We've gone through different experiences. You can't even compare trauma. What I has gone through everyone is going through something. You're not special. I'm not special. Everyone is good. There's no one who can tell me they've had a perfect life. They've led a perfect life where like everything has been rosy. Everyone has gone through something. So it has hurt them in some way. And it's like, how is it good? There are some people who still have gone through all of those things, but they've become better for it. They've learned different things. They've become better people. Why are you just using your trauma as excuse? I went through this, so that's why I'm doing. Really? Are you saying there's other people who have gone through it and I still treat you with a good thing, with a good heart and everything? You are ignorant. You do not want to learn. You do not want to treat this person like a good person with a good heart. Don't blame my other experiences. I went through this, I went through that. No.
Also, when you get to the point where you've decided you want to be a parent, you have to heal. You have to heal from all of this. The child, number one, the child is permanent, and the child is there because of you. Unlike anything else, right? The children don't have the same responsibility that the parents have to them, right? It's not like children need to look out for their parents. You brought this child into existence. Without you, this child wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So everything regarding this child is your responsibility. You're supposed to be making sure that that's okay. You can't just be passing on your generational trauma.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of things, especially in Africa where people don't believe in therapy. They just pass on their trauma.
Yeah.
And then the same thing happens. When you pass on your trauma, that same child will pass on their trauma to another own child.
Anyways, to sum it up, Magolo, Mujile, women stay away from men, stay away from boys. But then, anyways, I hope to see you guys on the next episode. I hope Mwatulabo Jinaja again. Anyways, you better like, subscribe, and follow us.
Comment.
And also, you should turn on that notification thing. My episode is always done. Anyways, it was nice to have you guys here. See you on the next episode. Bye. Bye. Trauma. So me too. I was traumatized.